Start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and giving double honors to the elders of GMS who teach and rule well. And then salutations to the א.ק.א and the א.ק.א. And may your children also be blessed as well to anyone listening in earshot. Want to be real kind of to the point with this video. I think I've done a video like this before, but like one of my elder apostles say, sometimes we may sound like a broken record, but it's okay. Noah prophesied for about 240 some years, whatever. So we're gonna stay the course, right? But yeah, I want to speak about the Bible itself and who is it for? Everybody has this notion the Bible is the one. What's that word? What's that word? Like a book for everybody or something? All around type book. I guess I'll just use that word for sake of terminology. But the majority of the world usually or tends to believe that the Bible is like one of those all around type of books for everybody. When if you take, the I usually say if you take the color out of the Bible or whatever, nations, blah blah blah, and just read it for what it says or straightforward, this is what you would get. And this is this is how I see it as well as others. So basically you have this omnipotent, all powerful being that created the universe and all the things in it, as well as the things outside of it. With that being said, he created this universe for certain people to be his said people and to rule not only the creatures that he created in the universe, but that said universe itself. Like a what, like a proving ground, if you will. You know what I mean? Hopefully it makes sense, but I'm gonna keep going in the spirit. So basically, he created these people. It was a chosen bloodline. All throughout the scripts, you can see he's separating a certain bloodline. He created everything. He created all the people, but you can see it's a particular family or bloodline that this omnipotent being created that he's dealing with. So with him dealing with them, he's trying to train them up, teach them. These people that this omnipotent being has chosen have a habit of going off or following after the nations. When that omnipotent being, remember we took the color out of it and the nations. When that omnipotent being created that said special people to not be like those other nations, to not be like those other groups. Yes, this omnipotent being created everything, but he chose one family or one bloodline to rule above all, if they would keep his rules, his statutes, his laws, commandments. That's the agreement or the covenant that he made with said people, and they agreed to it, and they went off. Why? Because they went a whoring after the other idols and gods and customary ways of the people that this omnipotent being didn't choose. All throughout the beginning of the book, all from beginning, middle to end, it's this omnipotent being, and he's only dealing with one people. And if you read it for what it's worth, he's constantly telling them to turn back to me. Stop being like these other folks. Stop being like these other worldly people. I don't take no pleasure in their feast days, so on and so forth. Talk about this omnipotent being. That's what him and his son are constantly saying to this one group of people, to this one bloodline, to this particular family in the Bible, right? So things get so bad that this particular bloodline or this particular family that this omnipotent being is dealing with, in the Bible, things get so bad that he has to send his son through that particular bloodline. Follow me, right? Just to get that said people back in good standing with the omnipotent being that created everything in the universe and created those people that's particular bloodline who rule over everything in the universe as well as outside. You following me? That's how, but leading all up to that, and even after, this omnipotent being is still dealing with this family. They keep falling, then they'll get the W, then they keep falling, then they get the W again. Then he said, I'm gonna put some curses on on this particular bloodline, on this particular family. I had to be silent for a minute because I wanted to see if it rang any bells. He didn't put the curses on the whole world in Deuteronomy. He put that on that particular family, on that one bloodline, as a sign, actually, so you would know who they were. It's about how if you still don't understand what I'm trying to say, I'm gonna sum it all up right now. The Bible is about how one group of people were chosen by the Lord to rule over everything and how they fell, but how they're going to rise in the end and get the victory in the latter end. That's what the Bible's all about. So when you figure that out, then you start to add what nation is who is what. That's how this Bible is to be broken down. It's not an all around book. A lot of you people want to make the Lord a deadbeat. No, the Lord cares about his kids. You may not care about yours, but trust me when I tell you, Yahweh Shai cares about his. And I don't even like speaking for other people, but I bet my last dollar, I believe the Lord Yahweh Shai cares about his children, that said children being 12 tribes of Israel. I bet my last dollar on it. You can't make the Lord a deadbeat because y'all niggas is a bunch of deadbeats. That ain't how the game work. No, the Lord did away with his kids. The Lord, no, he don't deal with Israel no more. No, you did away with your kids. You aborted your kids. You took your kids away from your child's father and got them out here calling another nigga daddy. The Lord don't play like that. He said, no, I'm Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. He said, I'm a jealous God. You feel what I'm saying? So this is with that. A lot of Christians, y'all need to wake the fuck up. This ain't no motherfucking universe. That's the word I was looking for, universal. This ain't no universal book. Is really a historical type history context type of book or whatever word you use for that. The Bible is one book, one big huge book of history and prophecy. For crying out loud, it's a whole chapter in there named Kings, talking about the history of the kings of Yasha. But then you talk about it ain't a history book. Come on, man, stop with the cap, man. The Lord is only dealing with one people, and that's if you just read the book without even adding no nations or any color to it. Literally, he's only dealing with one people. He even said you got to cleave on to that nation, and he even said he will bless those that bless them and curse those that curse them. All throughout the book, he talking about Israel. He talking about sending prophets to Israel. He can't get Israel off his mind because those are his kids, like as a father should be, always thinking about his children. This ain't an everybody type of book. Just being real is really not. The Lord is only dealing with one family. He even said it, out of all the families of the earth, you have I only known. You can't make the Lord deal with everybody family when he didn't already said it. You got to show me what book, chapter and verse where he said he did away with his children and he opened up the kingdom of heaven to everybody when heaven has 12 gates. And we know there's 12 tribes of Israel. So we know on each gate is going to be one of the sons of Jacob. Jacob, progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. So you got to make that make sense. With angels guarding each gate. So that don't make sense. And then the Bible says what has been done to Israel has not been done to no other nation under the whole earth, under the whole heavens. And that all nations took advantage of his chosen people. So what the fuck is y'all talking about? According to the Bible, if we just talking about it, no color, no nation, the Lord is getting ready to put his foot in everyone's ass for what they did to Yasha Allah, including the 2/3 that helped plan Kun. Yeah. He not happy. At least I read at a pretty good level. From what I can comprehend, he's not coming back happy. He's actually pissed at the whole fucking world for what they did to his people, literally. If you read in the Bible, in this trueness, that's literally what it's saying. That he got to fuck up 2/3 of his own people for being coons, tontos, Mexicans, whatever, and then he got to fuck up the rest of the world for taking advantage of his children, for parting his land. Literally, that's what it says. So how is this everybody book? How is this a universal book? How did the Lord do away with his kids? Yeah. I know. They said we should have never let them niggas read. We should have never let them niggas read. I be seeing the little videos on the social media. They talking about we should never let niggas off the plantation and shit. Nigga, we still on this shit. Y'all only fought a war to see who was gonna motherfucking take over ownership of the niggas. Was it the Northern Union or was it the Southern cats? That's all. So, the North cats were trying to go industrial. That's it. That's all it was. If they still could have did it off the chattel tip, we'd still be in chains. Believe that. At least the physical ones. The spiritual ones are more deadly, but we'd still be in the physical chains. If the chattel was more lucrative, let's just keep it 1,000. God or gold is their God. So if it ain't about the money, he ain't really trying to hear it. If it was definitely lucrative, we'd still be in chains. I know, trust me. I've been around them cats enough, growing up in school and shit. I know. You can see the shit they talking about now. I mean, they wasn't as ballsy as they is now. Now they in school talking about doing reports on teachers. Either my teachers got kids talking about, would you like to have a slave or something? Bro, the shit wild. Like they ballsy now, but when I was in school, they was just learning how to say nigga and nigga. But now they talking about, I want to have slaves. And what was that shit they did to the black girl on the social media? They I don't know. The shit they know they doing now, they wasn't doing that back then. That's because, like I said, niggas let them, slide. Remember, it's the trickle down effect. Them Coonalite niggas let all them niggas walk around saying nigga and shit. And it's the trickle down effect. They going home saying nigga, and then y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Any real hood brother that went to school in the burbs but lived in the hood, no matter what state, and you always saw them weird jakes that was always walking around handing out nigga passes. Like remember, everything's a trickle down effect. It started with the nigga passes, and now you got who wants to own a slave and write a 2-page thesis. Like, it's just the disrespect. Yeah, man. I know it went a little off, but we're gonna gravity bring it back down. The Bible is not a universal book. The Lord only dealing with one people. Out of all the nations of the earth, he's only known one family. And you can't call the Lord a liar, because there's one thing about us Israelites, we always come from the scripts. Y'all got to give us our props. I mean, you don't got to do anything, but you know what I'm trying to say. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Either you're going to tell the truth or you're going to lie on us, and then get yourself in trouble with the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem. That's one of the 10. Thou shalt not lie. Y'all know everything we say is coming straight from the Bible. That's all. We are known for book, chapter, and verse. Even the AI, Chat GPT, and all that other crap knows what's up. They know that when it comes to this Bible, we are thorough. We don't play, because the scriptures say you shouldn't play. You're supposed to be thorough. At least when it comes to the words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you would think someone would want to be spot on and want to make sure they're 100%, coming in truth and sincerity. But no, y'all don't even understand how this works. Just to go a little left field again, everybody calling themselves a Christian now, when being a Christian back then wasn't even something to call yourself. That's how you know this ain't real. I'm talking about that Christian Sunday worship, pagan stuff that y'all be on. You can't make the Lord deal with someone you don't want to deal with. Your arms is too short to box with God. He only dealing with one nation. And y'all don't have to believe it. Remember, that's whether you hear or whether you forbear. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai don't really give a damn. I mean, it would just be in y'all best interest. When it's all said and done, remember, for it to be an elect, there has to be a non-elect. For people to be taken up in them chariots, it got to be people that has to be left, behind, bro. It's a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, is what I'm trying to say. So just make sure you're on the healthy side of the Lord's balance scale, man. Because when it pop, it's gonna pop, bro. I'm talking to the Yashala, to the nation. When this shit pop, this window down, it's a little humid. When this shit pop, bro, I'm telling y'all, dog, y'all not gonna wanna, man. Like I said in my last video, dude, Jacob's trouble is nothing to play with. Whatever you believe, you're gonna have to stand on it. I mean, you can take us for a joke. You can call us all the names you want. We're actually prepared to stand on Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Is you motherfuckers prepared to, well, yeah, is y'all prepared to stand on whatever the hell y'all believe in? Because that's what it all come down to. Once again, us being Israelites, I'm going to come from the scriptures. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. It didn't say your guns. It didn't say your stockpile. It didn't say your compound. It didn't say anything. It said wisdom and knowledge. That's going to be the stability of thy times. What times? The times of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. Come on, man. Y'all know what's up. That's what you're going to have to stand on. We're prepared to do that. That's why we trimming the lamps. You know, you got the parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 that were foolish and the 5 that were wise. We spoke about that yesterday? Yeah. We was just talking about that yesterday. I was telling my brother here, man, how I want to be one of the 5 that, you know, that were wise, man, that trimmed their lamps, you know, and went out to meet the bridegroom and told the other ones that came up, hey, I ain't gonna have no oil for myself, man. If I help you, y'all gonna find out, bro. Like I said, the Lord got a cold shoulder, bro. He not all love, bro. And it's actually very disrespectful to say that, to say the Lord is all one-sided. So you're telling me, you being the creation, you have a bigger, a longer strain. You have a longer spectrum of emotions than Yahweh? He exists? You saying that you're able to feel more emotions that he can't feel. He can only feel one emotion, you know, Yahweh, which means he exists. He is. So you're telling me he can only feel one emotion, but he created you to feel over several. That don't even make sense, bro. The math ain't mathing. If you can feel a range of emotions, like they say the apple don't fall far from the tree, then what do you think he can feel? And then it's saying, I am a jealous God. That's one emotion right there. I can't be the only one that's reading, man. Come on, bro. Somebody talk to me, man. I can't be the only one that's reading. What they say in the church, somebody testify. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's reading. I can't be. You want me to believe that he only got one emotion. He talked about he angry with the wicked every day. He says he's a jealous God. He talks about 2 things that he loves to see. One being a man loves to see, which is the downfall, 2 things he loves to see, which is a man watch the downfall of his enemies and to watch a man raise his children. He's telling you all type of feelings and emotions he got. I can't be the only one that's reading, bruh. Come on, man. Simple shit. But like I said, for people to be awakened, it got to be people that has to be destroyed, bro. Or sleep. It's a balance, bro. It's scary, but that's how this world works. You know, you got the rain season, but to balance it off, you got the hot season, and in certain states you got the winter season, and then to balance it off, you got the spring. It has to be a balance, bro. That's how this world works. It has to be a balance. Y'all don't even understand the ways of the Lord is higher than ours. His thoughts are not our thoughts, and his ways is not our ways, bro. I'm not even saying I know it. I'm not even saying I have a good understanding. I just like to think that the Lord, you know, kind of enlightened me a little bit. But I know for people to be saved, it has to be people to be destroyed, bro. Case in point, he already saved everybody the first time around coming out of Egypt. Remember, he took everybody. That's balance right there. He not going to take everybody this time. That just off of that alone, he took everybody the first time around. Now, a lot of people got slayed in the wilderness, but you get the point when the Lord not doing that this time around. This time, he only wants who wants him. That's balance right there. Y'all got to learn how to connect the dots on this shit, man. Yeah, read the scripts. He took the whole nation out of Egypt the first time up under Moses and Aaron and all of them. But this time around, this second Exodus, he not going to take the whole nation. He only taking the elect. It has to be a balance. The first time he took everybody. This time he only taking that 1/4 and that 1/3, bro. That's balance, yo. Why you think the Lord is to be feared? His ways is higher than ours. His thoughts is not our thoughts, man. And just to reiterate, I'm not even saying I got a good understanding of his thoughts or his ways. I'm just keeping it 100, bro. This is not a game, yo. God, man. He said, "Hey, bro, weren't you supposed to be in jail? I saw a most wanted poster of you." God damn. Really, bro? You think I'm really? You think I'm the most wanted poster, but I'm right here chilling in the whip? Come on, bro. Stop playing, dude. You know these Edomites don't waste the opportunity to get Jake. You know if a Jake supposed to be in jail, he gonna be in jail. But thank you for kind of like call me a hard R softly. I guess that he didn't growl it at me. He just said nigger. Basically, thank you, JDT87. I mean, not all niggas is criminals, but I get where you was going. I went to school with Edomites, so what they used to tell me. This one Edomite, fat ass white boy. This is for you, Jay. He said, not you, Jay, the J in the comments. He said, what this fat ass Edomite told me. He said, hey Tavon, that's my government name. He said, Tavon, what do you call shit on a stick? I was like, what? He said, a black person. I was like, I get it. Because I'm the only black guy in the classroom, and you gotta, make yourself feel comfortable. Yeah. So yeah, all that shit, bro, that don't work, bro. I'm really from Detroit, so thank you. You know, you guys would put half that energy into helping me keep my daughters. My two little black girls. We know what they do to black girls in America. I wish y'all would have put half that energy into helping me keep them instead of making wanted poster jokes. But then again, you could be a whole bot. I know how Esau works. I could be talking to a whole AI right now. I'm not ignorant of Satan's devices. I'm really from the D. But anyways, back to the whole script. The Bible is not for everybody. This is not a universal book. Wake the hell up. The Lord loves you. Talking to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, indigenous man. He loves you. Wake the hell up. Black woman, Native woman, Hispanic woman, indigenous woman. My bad. Almost forgot. I'm only human. He loves y'all too, as well as y'all children. But remember, things got to be done in decency and order. We got to come correct. It got to be done in truth and sincerity, yo. Remember, these devils going to try to bring out everything. Remember, I believe. I'm gonna keep it brief. I believe, and weigh in on this too. If you feel like I believe these fools is gonna try to fake a alien invasion. I believe, what is it called, Project Bluebeam?
Yeah.
I believe they're gonna try to fake an alien invasion or some kind of second coming, to where it looks like they put them down or something, and then they're gonna put the blame on the Israelites. Whatever it is, they're gonna believe, as the scriptures say, that they're doing the will of the Father. That's what the Bible says. In that day, they're gonna believe they're doing is of the will of the Lord when they, arrest us, persecute us, put us to death, whatever. They're gonna feel like the Lord is telling them to do that, and He's not. But we can't fear. The Lord is with us no matter what. We gotta always remember that the Lord gonna be with us. The Lord gonna be with us no matter what. That's just what I believe. And as far as these 2/3 and these worldly folks, like I said, man, watch out. When Jacob's trouble come, trust nobody. I'm telling y'all right now. I done lived in enough states. I seen how these people act when they got the drugs, when they got the women, sometimes other people's wives. I've seen how they act, when they got the money, they got the cars. I mean, all of it. When they got the as Obi-Wan Kenobi says, the high ground. I've seen it all in 4 different states, not even counting my own. Can y'all imagine when Yahushua pulled the plug, when he take away the high ground, when he takes away the drugs, the guns, the whores, the cars, the music? Let's just keep it 100. Can you imagine when he takes that all away, how these people gonna act? A lot of these humans are gonna bug out. I believe Heath Ledger said it in The Dark Knight Begins. He said that all these so-called normal acting people are gonna lose their shit. When all hell breaks loose, they act normal. Heath Ledger played the Joker, in that Batman movie from like '08. But he said all these so-called, normal niggas, normal people, they act normal and la-di-da. But when this shit pop off, they're gonna find out. In so many words, he was saying that they know better than me. Talking about no better than the Joker. Yeah, I know how you motherfuckers is. You motherfuckers is evil. You're wicked. You're vindictive. You're spiteful. You're envious, jealous, gluttonous. I can't, motherfuckers, bro. If I'm being 100, I know a lot of you men and women ain't right. You got women up here setting up brothers. You got men out here just acting a goddamn fool. The list goes on, man. I don't want to go far left field, but shout out to everybody. Um, I see we got Iran in the building. Okay, all right. Much love from Iran. Must be a brother from out there or a sister from out there. Shout out. I see y'all. Um, uh, God, this dude said, please shout out to jail. Okay, fine. If you subscribe, then I'll give a shout out to, or no, not jail. You said give a shout out to Jai. I'll give a shout out to Jai since you subscribed. I mean, I usually shout out everybody in the comments. You didn't have to subscribe to do that, but thank you. Everybody that subscribed, thank you guys. You're awesome. Just remember, keep the faith. And one of these days, they're gonna Yahweh's gonna let them come get us one more time. So just pray that we all make it one way or the other, whether it's we see it to the end or whether it's the guillotine, man. But just pray that we all make it, because I'm praying y'all make it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Even though the last 6 years I've been in this truth, I haven't been getting treated nice by certain Israelite brothers, and I've been getting the cold shoulder. At least I can say the last 6 years I've been in this truth, I haven't fucked nobody's wife. I haven't made nobody's kids call me dad. I haven't had my hands in anyone's pocket. I can say that. For the last 6 years I've been in this truth since 2020. I haven't called no one's job trying to get them fired. I haven't spread it dissension or talked or spread rumors or gossip about anyone in this truth. I can literally say that all I've been doing for the last 6 years is just been trying to get brothers to see me as an asset to this truth. Not like as if they can save me. I understand all of our righteousness is as a filthy rags, but I also understand the scriptures when it says forsake not the brotherhood. You get what I'm saying? But still, with me going through all of that and knowing that this is serious, I believe a lot of y'all need to get on that same time, bro. What have you been doing the last however many years that you've been in this truth? Have you been closing up the doors to brothers? Have you not been being brotherly? Have you been sleeping with brothers' wives? I mean, whatever, bro. What have you been doing the last amount of years in this you've been in this truth? Because I know the last 6 years I've been in this truth, what I've been doing, like I said, traveling, trying to show myself as an asset, and just trying to, serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. No blood on my hands. Never tried to beef with any brother. Never. I mean, wherever I went, I was always respectful and carried myself, as I should. One, I got whoopings growing up. Got my ass beat with that belt growing up. So it's just certain things I want to allow myself to do, especially when I'm coming in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. When I know the angels is watching. I actually believe that a lot of people in this truth don't believe the angels are watching. I actually believe the angels are watching and giving an account. I don't care how crazy I sound or look, whatever. A lot of you niggas believe you can cut your rod off and be a woman so we can break even. You can believe in that, and I believe that the angels are keeping the watch. I believe that's fair. That's why I said the last 6 years I can say, nope, I've been brotherly to everyone. I've never tried to come at anybody sideways, never tried to spread dissension or chaos. I was always outspoken, always been outspoken about how people been treating me in every state, giving credit when credit is due, and still holding on. Just keeping it 100, man. Y'all, this is real, man. A lot of y'all gonna understand, bro, that the angels have been watching y'all since day one, since y'all came into this truth. And that everything you've done, how you've treating your brothers, your sisters, all of that, the Lord, he has your report. Just keep that in mind. How you treat that sister, how you treat that, the Lord has your report. He has theirs too. Remember, none of us are perfect, but just conducting yourself in this truth, remember, we're held to a higher standard. So just know, keep that in mind. What have you been doing the last X amount of years you've been in this truth? Because Brother Abraham knows what he's been doing since 2020. I lost my family in 2020, everything. Lost my best friend, everything. And then ever since, I've just been, walking this walk with the help from the men of GMS, living in various different states. I ain't gotta lie. I can keep it one. Am I lying, brother? I ain't gotta lie. I'm in Florida now. I started off in Cali, then I was in New Mexico, then I was in Texas. I ain't gotta lie. I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, why lie when the angels is keeping watch anyways? If the commandment not to lie wasn't enough, you figure the angels would be a backup for most. But I think I got the point across. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory into Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakwadash, man. Double honors to the elders, apostles, all of you guys, the elder Akim, the Akwat, your children, just everybody, man. All right. Shalom.